Yeah. All right, if you just want to go ahead and state your name.
Mallori, Mallori, Holloman, Holloloman.
Great. And what year are you here at U of R?
I'm a second year.
Great. And so this past week has been a celebration of so many events, including, the tagline, it gets better. So in your own words, how does it get better?
Well, I didn't really have that terrible coming out story. It was just a few awkward conversations about the weather with my parents. However, somebody who's really important to me did have a terrible coming out. She was forced out, and when she did come out, she went through a lot for the last 5 years. And she's definitely been a very, very important person in my life as far as getting me a lot more active in LGBT rights and just, I don't know, she's a real joy to just have around. And I know that if she were to succumb to wanting to kill herself or harm herself back during those times, I wouldn't have her in my life. And that may sound selfish, but I feel like she can definitely make an impact on anybody that she meets, and she's already doing that. And she started with, I'm one of those people who can attest to that. And I feel like a lot of youth who feel like they can't handle it, or if things are just too hard, if they kill themselves, they take away all of the talents that they could be sharing with the world. And even if it's not the world, just one person, you can make someone else's life better. And I feel like that's really rewarding.
Right. And we're in the 2010 year, and times have certainly changed. Do you think, as a teenager or someone that just got into college, do you think it's easier for them to come out now than it was 10 years ago?
I would definitely say it's easier to come out now than it was 10 years ago. However, I feel like it does depend on where you are. Some school campuses are a lot more liberal than others, and it's easier to see and find the support at some schools as opposed to others. But I do feel as though with it being in the media as much, and so many positive role models that are out there and out and proud and happy and showing what life can be like, I feel like it's definitely easier to come out.
And one last question. What piece of advice would you give to someone that needs to approach their family and let them know that they are LGBTQ?
I think for me, it was definitely, you have to understand that when your parents held you the first time, once being born, that your whole life flashed before their eyes. And betting that, being LGBTQ wasn't one of them. So that's a shock to them as well. So as much as you want to be like, oh, well, accept me, I think it's really important to be somewhat realistic, and they may not take it as well at first, but they'll realize that, okay, that's my kid. I'm going to love them regardless. And that's what my dad realized. He said I was confused, and he didn't talk to me for a good couple months. It was the weather, and we had been really close. And then I came home from school, and he came in my room random one day and was like, "So I've been thinking about what you said, and even though I may not agree and I don't really understand it that much, bottom line is you're my daughter, and I want you to be happy." And I think deep down, parents want their children to be happy, and they will love them regardless. And just know that, just know that. And maybe if it isn't your parent, there's somebody out there who will love you for you.
Great.